Okay. So as you know, for the tokenomics itself, okay, the total of 70% from the total supply is actually through community mining. All right, based on what we are doing right now, the staking, we'll actually mine the total 70% of UBX token. All right, and there will be a 5% fees burn and a 25% from the referral rewards earnings quota for the community builder. All this will help to drive the scarcity of UBX token, and of course the value of the token depends on the utility. So, like as we have mentioned yesterday on, the 25% referral rewards earnings quota limit top up is actually a two-way mechanism. First of all, the burning to reduce the total supply. At the same time, is also to drive demand for all the community builders to uh, own UBX and hold UBX for them to actually receive more referral rewards as the days goes by. And of course, as we speak today, right now, if you guys did follow the price of UBX token, you realize that today, all right, it has break another all-time high. All right. Right now, the price of a UBX is no longer 50 cents or 60 cents. Right now, it's trading at 72 cents as we are speaking right now. Okay, the new all-time high today is at 73.66 cents, 0.7366. That's the all-time high for today. All right. So this is a good sign that our UBX token is slowly going up in value. So for those who have not collected your UBX, I urge everybody to do so while it's still relatively at a low price. It's just the initial launch of 2 weeks only. All right. So of course, the possible potential usage, all right, and the utility of UBX token, as we have mentioned yesterday, you can use it for the UBX Launchpad for future token listing, all right, voting rights for the community, all right, governance and community, collateral for loan when the lending and borrowing function is up, our UBX card, trading and payment, discounted trading fee, and gaming token. That is if it depends on the development of our future plans, future ecosystem. So UBX will be the center, will be the core of all the ecosystem on the UBX exchange, right? So of course, you can see from other exchanges yesterday, we actually shared from WOPI tokens, which is the HTX token, some of the usage for or the benefits for holding HT tokens, right? Uh, Something similar to UBX, but UBX gives you more because you're staking and your participation into the community referral, you are all getting UBX token. Right, and as also we mentioned that the future development plan for UBX itself, currently we are in P1, which is proof of stake mining for UBX token. All right, so right now we are all mining the token. So as long as someone purchase from the market itself, you will realize that the price goes up. So this is the time when we do our staking, it is to mine new UBX token. All right, so this is a very smart and I would say a very good so-called control in terms of the demand and the supply of UBX token. And as we mine sufficient UBX token and as our community continue to increase and grow with the data itself, very soon the platform is going to move into phase two, right? Releasing of a new token, as what we had mentioned yesterday. And some of us will already see in the exchange, which is called UBC. All right. So UBC may be, I heard news, UBC may be the blockchain token, all right, which there will be a 60% UBX plus a 40% USDT to actually mine UBC tokens, all right. But like I say, the percentage of UBX and USDT combined is fixed, all right. But what is the usage of UBC, all right? We are not sure yet. We hearsay it's going to be a blockchain coin, all right? But right now, the investor, right, the visionary groups and the PIF from the Saudi Arabian funds, they are still in discussion on to what to launch first, right? Whether to launch our uh, shares of the platform or whether to work on the blockchain first. All right, so we will wait for the official announcement, but definitely this is in the pipeline. All right, guys. we are here to support the growth and to build this entire platform, right? And eventually, we are all going to be making the best out of this, all right, during this 2025 bull run, all right? So by holding on to UBX right now, guys, we have already made, okay, tomorrow, uh, in fact, not tomorrow, tonight's session, all right, is more onto how to maximize your UBX token. And we have prepared some graph and some slides and certain information and education. Today, Queenie will be talking about something called the dollar average strategy. All right. So how you can actually maximize the collection of your UBX token since day one all the way to, for example, 30 days. All right. In specific details, he will be sharing with you guys later on. All right. And this is fantastic because when we did our calculations today ourselves, we are excited. All right. We are excited because we hear voices from some of the members that you take 500 days if it's at 0.2% per day, etc. But you guys forgot about the price increment of UBX, the value increment of UBX. So we did a calculation by applying this dollar average strategy. Uh, Queenie will be sharing with you us later on. All right, it's very exciting. And one more thing, okay, just to before we invite Queenie out to share our main topic today, for everyone over here, you can actually invite your friends or yourself to join our Telegram group, which is the UBX Global Academy Telegram group, where we will post our daily podcast topics and at the same time also the previous days recordings. If you guys didn't manage to actually attend and join us for our sharing. And at the same time, we will slowly be introducing more information, all right, and probably some insights also in our UBX Academy platform, all right. And this coming Sunday, just an official announcement that our daily podcast, which happens at 8 p.m. Singapore time, right, every Wednesday, we will be doing a opportunity sharing, all right, a business overview of UBX. This is the time where if you have friends or new users that you would like to introduce them to UBX opportunity, all right, you can get them to come and attend our podcast on every Wednesday for weekdays and every Sunday, right? So every Wednesday and every Sunday, we will be sharing OPP or overview for UBX platform. Now, this presentation that you are going to see on this coming Sunday will be our first OPP sharing podcast, right? Whatever you see there, right, would be something different, right? We have spent time, hours, right, and efforts and making sure that all the content that we share with you guys is going to be uh full of surprises and even probably giving you some insights. We really put in our effort to do all these things. So stay tuned. All right. And thank you for your support for UBX and UBX Academy podcast. So for tonight's session on how to maximize your UBX token, all right, without further ado, I'd like to hand the mic, all right, over to our UBX trainer, Queenie. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Queenie.
Hi everyone, welcome to our UBX podcast. Okay, so before I start, actually, I'm actually running through a lot of read through a lot of feedbacks in general, a lot of questions about why the funds are actually converted to EUSD, and also uh, many have different opinion about the decision the company made, but we have to understand there's nothing perfect. Decision made is already solid, and the UBX platform is going to move forward. So one of the hard truth is that actually success takes time, but actually in the generation we are in the era we are in, everything we wanted it to be fast. So I'm not sure who actually sold us this idea or that one can be a millionaire overnight, or even become a very successful business overnight, or they can actually have a six-pack overnight. But for sure, I you and I know that nothing comes or happens overnight. Greatness actually takes time, and success also takes time. So it's like you are actually dreaming for a body having a six-pack. It all requires step by step. It's going to take time. Time like going to the gym, time like eating right, time like what you need to do in the gym. So, like a business as well, if you want something or build your business to be blowing up everybody's mind, or everybody's going to look up at it, it also is going to take time. So if we are going to build a legacy, and that is going to last, and where you can pass it down to uh, probably your children's children or children's, it's going to take times as well. But the challenge with our generation now, we have a culture like that. Everything has to rush. Everything has to be now. If not going to come now, we are not going to do it. If it doesn't come quick or it doesn't come hurry, we might abandon it. So if our dream isn't going to accomplish within 2 weeks, we are done with it. Or a relationship that doesn't give us goosebumps quickly, we are also not going to carry on. So anything seems tedious, or is if it's going to take a longer time, or it's difficult for us to do it, we might escape and get away, or even abandon it. So this is where many of us going to miss a lot of golden opportunity because we don't want to take time to go through the process. So UBX now is actually moving towards a new era. We are going to change and make a better future with our new plans, new management team, our new CEO, and even our new token. It's definitely going to take time to progress. So to build a current UBX, we require all the new and existing users and community builders to actually have a common consensus for our platform to success. And this all needs time. So what I want to share is we really going to look at ourselves. What are we going to do? So if we are going to actually look at how do we make ourselves exist in the UBX, probably everyone will want to know how to maximize this UBX token. So let us start with our topic for today, how to maximize the token. So we are actually implementing this idea of maximizing the UBX token using a dollar cost averaging. So what is dollar cost averaging? So today this presentation will actually shows you some principle and practical application of a DCA, which is the dollar cost averaging. It's actually a proven strategy that might everyone might already know, but probably you might miss it out. So this is a very simple strategy that it do not require a, a, a clever person or a very tactful trader to actually use this strategy. So what is dollar cost averaging? It's actually a simple strategy to actually involve in fixing fix a amount of money at a regular interval, regardless the market fluctuations. It also helps to reduce the impact of volatility on your portfolio. So it's making it more predictable approach to investing. So what is the key principle of dollar cost averaging? So as we know, the key principle is actually to invest in a fixed amount of money at a regular interval, regardless the market condition. So this actually approach allow helps mitigate the impact of the market volatility by spreading your investment over time, rather than making a large or lump sum investment at a single price point. So what is the benefit of actually dollar cost averaging? So it actually helps to reduce by buying high and sell low. As you're investing consistent over time, this can potentially minimize loss and lead to more balanced growth in your portfolio. So it also promotes discipline in investing. You have a good financial habits. It encourages you to stick to your investment plan when even the market is volatile. So as I mentioned, it's a simple strategy. It's easy to understand and implement. You can actually automate your investment process, make it a convenient way to manage your money. So it's also a very long-term strategy for financial goals by consistently investing over time. So you can actually take advantage of the market fluctuation and compound your returns. It's actually a powerful tool to actually build your wealth over the years. So like take an example. If you're actually investing 500 every month in a mutual fund, you may buy actually a 50 shares at $10 in the first month or $62 share at $8 and 41 shares at $12 in your third month. So this approach results in an average cost per share that's lower than the highest price during this period. So how does the dollar cost averaging work? So basically, the step one, you have to set a budget for you to invest regularly based on your income expenses or something you can afford and be realistic about your budget and stick to it. So you have to choose your investment and align with the investment goal. You can consider stock, crypto, or mutual funds, or even the ETF that we're having now. So invest regularly, you have to predetermine the amount on your regular interval, regardless the market condition. It could be weekly, it could be bi-weekly or monthly, or even daily, like us. So tracking your progress, monitor your investment and make adjustment as needed, but avoid reacting to any fluctuation in the market. So even like the market going bull now, if you want to make use of the dollar averaging cost, you do not chase the bull or you do not even be panicked if the market goes down. You just have to you just have to invest regularly at the specific budget that you have and just buy in and hold throughout this period, throughout the whole duration that you have set for yourself. Okay, so implementing dollar cost average. So like I mentioned just now, you have to determine the investment amount. Follow on, choose the duration you set for yourself to purchase a certain equity. And select the investment vehicle like the stock or mutual fund like I mentioned just now. Or even like UBX tokens. Like now, it's actually at 70 cents. So if you started at 30 cents, you have been buying every month, every day. Actually, now probably up to today, your average cost is actually very, very low. So automate your investment. You can consider to automate and do not require a brokerage to do that. You just have to purchase it through our exchange or even purchase it from any form of depend on what kind of investment you're looking at. So the importance of dollar averaging is the consistency. Okay, the key to success in this dollar cost averaging is actually we have to be consistent. Regardless, just now I mentioned the market ups or down, we have to actually stick to our investment schedule. And the power of compounding, consistent investment over time allow the power of compounding to work its magic. So we do not have to actually be panicked when the market is down or even be greedy when the market is going up. So it's also a long-term perspective. This year require a long-term mindset, avoiding being discouraged by the short-term fluctuation. So we do not be struck by the market if something goes wrong or goes bad. Okay, but there is some potential drawbacks. Definitely when there is pros, there always have cons in every strategy. So like if you are working on the dollar cost average, you might miss market gain. Miss market gain, like not able to capture significant market gain if the market experience a rapid upward trend. However, it also help you to stop, it help you to mitigate potential loss as well. So inflation impact. So inflation can erode the purchasing power of your investment over time as well. It's important to consider inflation in your investment plan and strategy. So opportunity cost, investing a specific asset class may limit your ability to invest in other potential or more profitable opportunity. So diversify is the key for dollar cost average. We do not put a whole all our fund into one basket. Okay, so now I would like to share some calculation that we did and implementing this in our EUSDT. So I'd like to show you, assuming you will actually be drawing out every day your EUSD by converting your token. Okay, by converting your tokens, like every day, if assuming you are actually supposed to receive 2 EUSDT. Okay, so the first day, probably okay, I've done two tables. One of the price is growing constantly, like currently what we are going through. And or you can actually, we also do a table that probably the price is fluctuated. Okay, so assume every single day you are actually issue 2 EUSDT and you are converting it for the price at 3.30 cents. You're actually converting $6.6 tokens, UBX tokens out from your account. So let us take a look. If you're every single day you are collecting $2 and converting them. By converting them is similar to purchasing your EUSDT to UBX. So during the day 30, assuming the price will be at 1.75 per UBX, you might be actually converting little, not as much as before, but not forgetting, you're only spending out of these 30 days, you're only spending a consistent amount of 30 USDT. Okay, so actually the amount of UBX token collected probably will be 74 pieces of UBX. Okay, let us take a look. So comparing, if you were to collect on the day 30 after accumulation and you are not using the dollar cost averaging method, at the end of 30 days, you are actually collecting only 17.14 tokens of UBX. If you are, because on the day 30, you are actually converting one at a rate of 1.75 per UBX. So this is why the table. Okay, I think we have a slight calculation error. Okay, it should be actually 60 EUSDT token deduct, because every single day there is we are deducting 2. So okay, for this amount will be 60. Actually, the accumulated on day 30th will be at, you only collected 34 tokens of UBX. Okay, comparing to the calculation that we have now is actually you can collect more tokens because you are using the dollar cost averaging. So let us take a look. If the price is fluctuating and every single day you're converting at a different rate, be it up or down, you will be also able to actually exchange your 60 USDT with 112 tokens. So you will actually collect more. Okay, the most important crucial is in the dollar cost averaging is to accumulate tokens and only sell it when you think the price is right for you. You do not have to choose to sell it at 70 cents. You can actually choose to sell it at $1 or $2 or even at whatever amount that you think the profit is enough for you to realize. So that is also where I actually did the realized profit at 70 cents. You can realize a $78 USDT. So if the price is at 1.75, you are actually realizing at 137 USDT. So it's definitely more than what you have deducted from your EUSDT. Okay, so this actually shows us that if we implement this power of dollar cost averaging, we can actually earn more if we are actually mining out every single day. So this is a strategy I would like to share with everyone. So the dollar cost averaging system is a regular by buying a fixed amount of dollars, specific amount, regardless of the price. It's like a system actually made a kind of fixed deposit for you guys to actually convert and mine out your UBX. Okay, so conclusion, the power of dollar cost averaging. So this dollar cost averaging is more than just an investment strategy. It's a disciplined and consistent approach to build wealth over time. So by investing like a fixed amount of funds with a regular interval. So for dollar cost averaging, actually it empowers you by overcoming the market. Instead of trying to predict the market highs and low, you let the strategy smooth out prices fluctuation, reduce the stress of timing the market. You do not have to worry the market fluctuations. So it also empower you to build long-term wealth. Regular contribution compound over time can actually create significant growth, even in unpredictable market. So third, it can allow you to stay emotional discipline. So this DCA actually eliminates emotion decision making by fostering consistency, allowing you to stick to your financial goal regardless of the market condition. So it's a very long-term strategy for every one of us if you do not have the knowledge in the trading. So this is okay, so this is actually what I would like to share for today's podcast. Thank you very much. My name is Queenie. I'll pass the mic back to our host for today, Mr. Brian.
Right, thank you, Queenie, for the insights today. Now, guys, this is very important because I think for this dollar cost average, it's a very, very fantastic strategy because right now, for those who are holders of EUSDT, please, 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 every single day, you got to convert your EUSDT to UBX token. That is the number one thing you need to do. Definitely, you need to do it, okay? And of course, right, you may not want to adopt this dollar cost average. You may want to convert your UBX to USDT every single day. The decision is entirely up to you. All right, this over here we are just sharing what we feel. It's not I would say it's not an insight or for investment advice. All right, but this is what we feel that we could actually make higher profits, and in our case, higher profits potentials equates to having our funds back faster and more eventually. Because not forgetting that the total amount will be released to us every single day, rain or shine. But all right, the amount of UBX you can convert with your fixed 0.2% per day, right, is depend on yourself. If you do not do it every day, all right, you may lose out, as what the graph has already shown you earlier on, that if you accumulate your quota, right, 0.2, let's say you accumulate for 5 days, you become 1%. So on the day five, whatever you convert is depending on the day five's amount, right? Just like yesterday's podcast, when I was sharing, the UBX token was priced at 66 cents. All right. But today, before the start of this podcast, we already mentioned the price today is at 70 cents, 72 cents. All right. In fact, and it hit an all-time high today at 73 cents earlier on. All right. So imagine since day one, you collected you converted your UBX token at 30 cents or 40 cents, those amount would already fetch you a higher profit today. All right. And the key point is, when do you decide to convert them into USDT? All right. So when do you cash out? That is the most important thing. So you must tell yourself, how regularly do you want to cash out? Do you want to accumulate for 1 week and cash out every week? Or do you want to accumulate for every 2 weeks bi-weekly? Or is it going to be a monthly affair? All right. So like for example, although I'm not allowed to do any community referrals or anything, but then I'm allowed to invest in UBX. So I actually bought a certain amount of UBX when it was around 40 cents or 50 cents. I can't remember, or even 30 cents, if I'm not wrong. All right, I did bought some UBX, and in fact, up to today, right, based on today's price, I have already made a 50% profit. All right. So meaning if I bought $100 worth of UBX token, today I would already have 150. All right. So this is the profit. But of course, I'm not exiting at this price yet, because I know that UBX is going to go much, much higher. It's going to cross $1, it's going to cross $2, right? So I'm gonna wait and hold. I'm gonna wait and hold. All right. Sorry, I'm gonna hold and wait. Yeah, it's the same thing, right? Okay. So to me, this is the confidence that I have for UBX token. So I'm not saying that it will always go skyrocket. All right. If you realize that it hit the top 73 cents and it came down slowly back to 71, 72 cents. So there will be time that the graph is going sideways. There will be the time where the price is shooting up, uptrend, upward trend. And definitely there will be time that there will be a market dump onto the price. It's normal in cryptocurrency, especially in cryptocurrency. Just like as I've mentioned yesterday on, everybody was talking about XRP. All right, XRP, XRP, XRP. All right. So it did went up, right? But it did come down too. All right. So it's normal. All you need to do is just ask yourself a question. How long do you plan to invest in this token? All right. What is a suitable price, or what is the targeted price that you want to see before you exit, or targeted amount? Right. I believe the community supporters of XRP supported XRP for 5 years, 6 years, and finally today, 6 years later today, they finally see a huge potential growth for XRP from stabilizing themselves at just a few cents below $1 for how many years before finally they see just within 3 weeks there's a few 100% increment. Now, for UBX itself, it will definitely grow. But when will we be able to see thousands or even 10,000x, all right, or how many, or even more than 500% increment? It all depends on the community and the company. It's both ways, all right? Company is doing their best, the platform is doing their best to create the utility, to smoothen the process, to include more functions, into the platform, to enhance the visibility and the brand awareness. But it's also people like us, the communities builders and the supporters, all right, to stay firm and strong, right, strongly with our faith, all right, in the platform that they will bring us to a bigger heights, a bigger platform for us to make even bigger wealth. All right. So I saw that someone actually raised a hand. Uh, okay, since that we have time, we have some time for today's podcast. We will actually be allowing you to speak your concern or maybe your questions. So Ian, if I'm not wrong, right? Ian is gone. Okay. So since right now, sorry, I saw a question directed to us. So let me take a look. We cannot able to withdraw USDT. It doesn't show any balance on withdraw. Please.
Yeah, choose.
Okay, when you say there's this user that actually mentioned Ian just now, okay, you mentioned that you can't withdraw. First of all, you must understand one thing, whatever that is sitting in your wealth wallet, just like any exchanges, whether you use Binance before, you use HTX before, OKEX before, or any other exchanges, it is the same. Right now, your UBX that is generated from the EUSDT is actually in your wealth wallet, which is your earn wallet. You got to transfer it into your spot wallet first before you can transfer it out into any other exchanges or any other wallets. That's number one thing. Okay, this is back to the basics of how to use the platform or how to use a crypto exchange. All right. So you must remember, if your tokens, all right, your UBX or your USDT is sitting in the earn wallet, you have to transfer it to your spot wallet first before you can actually buy or sell or even transfer out to any other wallets or platform. All right. And next of all, okay, do bear in mind one thing, okay? For all exchanges, okay, let me repeat and emphasize again. It's all exchanges, okay? For all exchanges, each of the exchanges comes with different amount, but all exchanges comes with a minimum token to withdraw. Okay, just like when you want to do a trade, there is a minimum amount to trade. Okay, you cannot just buy 50 cents or $1 worth of Bitcoin. No, not they will not allow. Every exchange have their rule. They have their minimum trade amount, they have their minimum deposit amount, they also have their minimum withdrawal amount. So please do check the information for different tokens. Okay, from what we know, for UBX itself, the minimum withdrawal of USDT tokens is at minimum $10, 10 USDT worth of tokens before you can withdraw. So if you are trying to withdraw 5 or 6, sorry, you can't, because the minimum is 10. You got to accumulate to 10 before you can withdraw your amount. Okay. So that is from the spot wallet. Okay. UBX will not be listed. Okay, we have another question. UBX token will not be listed in any other exchanges. All right. So as we have mentioned on our first or the second podcast itself, one of the mistake that we previously made was to get our native token listed in others exchanges, which causes very huge grave mistakes. And we learn from our mistakes. Our new management team for UBX itself learn from the mistakes that we are not going to launch our native token in any other exchanges. And to be honest, you don't see any others native tokens of any other exchanges being launched in other people's exchange. All right. So just like for example, the Hopi token, HT tokens, all right, before rebranding or after rebranding, all right, they did not launch their tokens, which is HT tokens, in any other platform, because that is a ecosystem native utility token. All right. So UBX token will not be launched in any other platform. So in order for you to earn, all right, and gain profits with this asset, all right, you have to come to UBX. Just like right now, personally, all right, personally, I'm actually earning HT tokens also. Okay, I'm actually trading, I'm actually mining, right, staking HT tokens also. And I cannot transfer it to any other places, right? It's only in the HT platform. But how did I get my HT? Very simple. I did join in their referral when I was doing trading before I got to know UBX. And also at the same time, there is some small assets, those small little amounts that I'm not able to sell off, I'm not able to trade, I cannot transfer out. So they had the option for me to convert them into their platform tokens, HT tokens. So I did it. And the reason why I'm doing my sticking with HT token right now, all right, is because I did not purposely go and buy HT token to do staking, but these are all the small balances and referral rewards that I get from the platform. All right. I can't withdraw it out because there's a minimum withdrawal. All right. So my amount is not enough for me to sell. My amount is not enough for me to convert it to USDT, and also not enough for me to draw out from the platform. So hence, I got no choice. I go and join the staking. Hopefully, the small little percentage that they give us, all right, I think it's a APR of about 2 to 6% annual percentage yield, very little, all right, every day less than 0.000 something percent, all right. So I also don't know when I can draw out my $2 or $3. I can't remember how much I have. All right. So this is what is happening there. All right. So it's the same thing for UBX token. All right. Do you have any other question? Text box. Okay, so one more question is that, all right, is there any requirement to increase the daily USDT from 0.2% to 0.3% or more? Okay, sorry to say, all right, I do not know where you hear your news from, all right, but there is no such indication, all right. 0.2% is fixed in the smart contract, all right, it's written, it's fixed, okay, there's no changes, there's no mechanism that you can unlock or to increase your 0.2% to 0.3 or even more. All right. So guys, we have to accept the fact, all right, 0.2% is what we get every single day. But all right, in every crisis, there's always an opportunity. This is always what I remember and what I believe. All right. So today with the dollar cost average strategy that Queenie has shared with us, this is very important for all of us being the pioneer, being the first batch, being the supporter of UBX platform. This is important. All right, please go and do all right, do collect your UBX token every single day. Go and convert it. Go and convert it every single day. But like I say again, when you want to sell the token, it depends on yourself. If you want to collect it today and sell today at today's price, go ahead, no problem. All right, that would be 0.2% fixed every day. All right. But if you're going to do the dollar average and you set a time like 1 week or 2 weeks or 1 month, trust me, all right, based on the graph itself, based on the calculations, you will definitely be getting more than 0.2% eventually. All right. You will gain additional amount. That is for sure. All right. So I see that Ian, you have raised your hand again. So I'm going to unmute you one last time before we end our podcast today.
Yes, hello everyone.
Hello.
Yes, it's Ian from South Africa. So my
Ooh.
question is, yes. So number one, we are struggling here on the main account. When you look it shows the balances, but when you try to transfer from an account to spot, it says zero. So
Okay,
and
first of
yes,
all, first of all, you are looking at the total assets, all right, which based on the third podcast which we had 3 days ago, we have mentioned about the rules of converting assets to EUSDT previously. Now, whatever you see is your total asset, okay, total asset in EUSDT. And as we have mentioned for the past 3 to 4 days podcast, EUSDT, all right, currently is in the stake mining for UBX token at the rate of 0.2% per day. All right. So this, yes, is the total amount that you are collecting. But as you start to convert them convert your EUSDT into UBX token, all right, your EUSDT will reduce. Now, once you convert to UBX, your EUSDT reduces. If you transfer your UBX account to the spot wallet to do trading, for example, if you want to sell it off, all right, to USDT, that amount, your asset will change. All right. So what you see over there is an overview. It's the same as any exchange that you might have used before. Even if I log into Binance, I will have an overview. But this amount is just a general asset that total amount of asset you have in the platform. But you have to go into different wallet to see exactly how many asset or how many tokens you have in different wallet. So for our UBX itself, all right, there is actually 3 different wallet. If you look at the app itself, at the overview is the overall, but it also split into the spot wallet, the future wallet, and the earning wallet. So for EUSDT and for your staking, currently it's all under the earn wallet. Now, if you did like futures trading, for example, okay, if you do trading itself, okay, your funds will have to be transferred to future wallet where you can do the leverage trading. All right. So, but of course, before you do that, you have to enable your futures trading first, and you must know what you are doing with your futures trading, because I'm not a trader, so I'm not very sure of how to trade futures, the graph and everything. But if you are just
Okay.
doing buy low, sell high, which is spot trading, then your asset would be inside the spot trading. All right, so remember to do your deposit and do your withdrawal, you will be interacting with your spot wallet. But if you are collecting 0.2% per day from your EUSDT to convert to UBX, those funds is actually in your earn wallet. Does this answer your question?
Not yet. Not yet answered the number 2 of, firstly, we are struggling here because of the English presentation is rare. It always is they're using the Hindi language. So the problem is, you see, the day your system was crashed, I was having a USDT, not in a staking one, but yes, there was some in a staking, but some were in a spot, just USDT. But now, after you came back with the system does not allow me to use that USDT that was in a general or as a normal balance USDT. But it shows that you need to use EUSDT, but also you find that the EUSDT, it says it's suspended. So you see, it says it's suspended. Then it's hard now for us to understand this new system because it's look like it's not working at all.
Okay, first of all, EUSDT cannot be transferred. So technically, it is suspended. It is correct because EUSDT is a representation of an asset into the staking. It can only be used to convert UBX token. All right. So in order for you to understand more, you could probably go back to our podcast, which our admin has already posted. That is our podcast on episode 4, the derivation of EUSDT and equity token. So for the members or any users who still wants to find out more or still not very sure about what is EUSDT and the equity token, you can actually refer to the link that was sent out earlier on. Right, that is actually our so-called repeat video link. All right, so you can actually go and take a look. All right,
Okay. All
thank
right.
you so much for your comments. So this will end. All right, thank you guys for coming in. Now, if you guys have any more questions regarding with EUSDT and equity token, you can actually, okay, join our Telegram group where you can find the links of all the video playback of the podcast on the previous episode. All right, do take a look at episode 3 and 4, or especially episode 4, where we give more examples and scenarios and illustrations on how EUSDT and equity token has been so-called calculated. Okay. So this is for the benefits of those people who did not join our podcast. We have actually do a recording every single day for podcast. So you can actually view the podcast whenever you are free. All right. So stay tuned to our tomorrow's session again, where we are talking about, hold on. Oh yeah. Tomorrow? Oh, okay, congratulations for those people who wants to find out more again about EUSDT and equity token. Tomorrow's topic will be by one of our trainer, Mr. Darren. Darren will be going through recap again on what is the derivation of EUSDT and equity token. And at the same time, he also be sharing with us again on the potential of UBX tokens. All right. So for those who still do not understand about EUSDT or equity token, you have two options. First is to go back and take a look at our episode 4 replay. All right, video recording of our episode 4 podcast, or you can stay tuned with us tomorrow's night podcast. We'll be talking about it again. All right. And once again, on this coming Sunday, it will be our first opportunity sharing, our OPP. I will be presenting to you guys, all right, about the new UBX system, all right, and how we can grow from here onwards for this whole entire 2025 bull year. All right. So thank you so much for attending tonight. And once again, okay, stay tuned with our podcast daily at 8 p.m. Singapore time. Thank you, guys.